Today's show is brought to you by the #1 rated VPN from VPN.com. Stay tuned for big savings I'll tell you about in a bit. Way back before any of us were born, a little trade publication called the Electrical Record Monthly ran an ad for a small company called PR Manufacturing Company. They made bells of all sorts for telephones and doorbells and all kinds of things. Well, I found one of these 100-plus-year-old bells, and I'm going to restore it and make it new again. Here it is, the PR Eclipse. It's a small bell that's accumulated a bunch of rust over the years. My job? Clean it up and make it work again. Let's head out to the shop for disassembly. That rusted screw is not budging, so I'll shoot it with a little 3-in-1 penetrating oil, wait a few minutes, and it breaks free. And the little metal cover took a little nudging and it popped right off. Inside are 2 coils of insulated wire that are wound around iron rods. When electric current flows through the coils, the rods become magnetic and attract a piece of iron attached to a clapper. The clapper hits the bell, and that's what makes it ring. I'm not sure if the little ball that acts as the hammer is either screwed on or pressed on, so I'll add a little 3-in-1 penetrating oil, kind of give it a little bit of a nudge. I didn't really have much luck, didn't want to mess it up, so I'll just clean it up as it is. These 2 posts and lugs are where the power is supplied to the bell, so I'll add a little oil to that and remove both of those lugs. Okay, now it's time for cleanup. The wire wheel on my grinder and on my Dremel will remove the remaining rust from the bell. The little black cover will get the same treatment. I really want to get down to the raw metal with this cover, so I'll do a little wheeling and dealing with the little wire wheel. And that should be good. Now, because of the coils and the other way that this bell was constructed, I'm just going to remove the remaining rust off the base using Metal Rescue. It does a great job, you just have to give it time to do its thing. In this case, it was about 6 hours. The surface rust is gone, and just a wire brush will remove the excess. Now it's time for some super detailed work with my little wire wheel. And I gotta make sure that I don't mess with those coils. I would hate to break a connection. That'll get us right down to bare metal and give us a decent shine. The coolest thing about this is, as I continued to work, I started to reveal some details, like this one, Detroit, Michigan, which led me to believe it was made in the good old USA, which it was. And as I continued, I revealed the patent numbers and dates of this PR Eclipse bell. I also went ahead and cleaned up the underside of this bell, even though we'll never see it because this is the part that's mounted to the wall. I'll give those little metal lugs a little shine. And then I mounted that bell to my Dremel to give it a nice sanding, until it flew off across the room. Don't worry, the bell is fine. The bell did shine up pretty well, but it did have a lot of pits, and without really grinding down, I wasn't going to get this where it needed to be. So I decided to use some gold metallic paint, which was the original color of this bell, and give it a bunch of coats. And I'll do the same with that little cover, which was originally black. We'll make it black again, this time a semi-gloss paint. I think both pieces turned out really well. A nice shiny gold bell and a semi-gloss black cover. That original little screw that held the bell in place is a little beat up, so I'm going to replace it with a brand new shiny one. Okay, before we reassemble this, it's time for a little testing. So I've got my multimeter out and I've set it to continuity, and I'm getting continuity all around the bell. Both contacts, the contact switch for the hammer, and the coils. Alright, it's time for my favorite part, reassembly. So we'll start by adding that little black cover, and that just snaps in place. The bell held tightly by that new screw. And the two terminal lugs. It's finished, and it probably looks better than it did back in 1907. But will it ring? I put 3 AA batteries in a battery pack for 4.5 volts and then made my connections. Oh, it rings all right, and it's pretty loud for a little bell. So I'll probably actually use this little bell. Using a couple of magnetic switches, you can use it to set an alarm when a door opens. So there you have it, the PR Eclipse alarm bell, restored from old to new. Now, while this little restored alarm might protect you at home, what about your internet connection? Internet safety and privacy is at risk now more than ever. In fact, I've had a few of my own scares over the years. It seems like every day we're hearing about data breaches of our personal information. That's where VPN.com comes in. VPN.com can help you quickly find the best virtual private network for your needs. After all, they've researched over 900 VPNs and taken the guesswork out of picking the best one for you. Right now, for my fans, you can get 3 years for the price of one with this special deal. Save up to 70% with VPN.com. Just click the link in the description to get started. It's VPN.com for your internet safety and security. So head on over to VPN.com today and save up to 70%. And by doing so, you're helping to support my channel. To check out some of my other kipkay restored videos, click one of the links on the screen. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.